I think Meek Mill done fucked around and incriminated himself. What an idiot. Peace and blessings to everybody out there. Welcome back to the Fake Woke Podcast. This is your boy BobbyVILN. I am back with another video. I'm here to talk about this Meek Mill thing. So this is nigga news of the week. Bro, this guy Meek Mill ceases to amaze me. Now, if you haven't paid attention, Diddy is in some hot water. He got a weird case surrounding his name right now. A lot of people got their personal opinions, but when it comes straight down to it, this is a very, very, very strange case. Okay, I can see why some people are skeptical on the charges and everything like that, but if you paid attention to the filings of what to the lawsuit Cassie filed, and the fact that Diddy settled out of court and everything like that, makes some of the allegations look like they are actually true. Some people say, how are you going to prosecute somebody based on what they spend their money on? I totally agree. If Diddy decides to purchase, I would say, sex workers and then fly them to Miami, I mean, that's his prerogative. That's what he does. That's what he does with his money. Like, you can't necessarily prosecute him for that, but when it's by force and you forcing people to do things that they don't necessarily want to do, and you're making them, you're giving them substances against their will, or whatever the case may be, however they want to phrase it within the documents, then that's when stuff starts to get tricky. The guns with the serial numbers scraped off, he's going down for that. That's highly illegal. The drugs, the narcotics that he had, he's going down for that, especially the drugs that he had in his hotel room. They say he had pink powder in the hotel room. So he's going to go down for this stuff. You feel me? So that's going to happen. But surrounding the Diddy case is what's starting to get a little tricky and a little murky, because you got a lot of artists coming out saying they either had no idea that Diddy was hosting parties like this, or that they never attended one of his freak-off parties. They attended a party, but not his freak-off parties. To the point to where a lot of people's names are starting to pop up in the documents and whatnot. The chick that he was messing with for a short period of time, I think her Carisha or Young Miami, whatever the lady name is, she's in the documents. Apparently Meek Mill name was dropped in the documents, to the point to where now Meek Mill is out here kind of incriminating himself. Meek Mill offers $100K to a private investigative team to find out how many times his name is mentioned in the documents, and to what degree is his name mentioned in the documents. Now, me personally, just being the person that I am, if you're going to an investigative team to figure out how many times your name is mentioned in the documents, and what the likeness of your name being mentioned in these documents, chances are you're afraid that your name is going to pop up to the point to where you're going to do some time. And mind you, Meek Mill violated his parole before and all of this other stuff. I'm not sure if he's still on parole or whatever, but he got legal issues. So I can understand the paranoia he might have, you know. But if you ain't got nothing to do with this Diddy case, why are you hiring an investigative team to figure out how many times your name is mentioned in this document, or the details of this document? You should be perfectly fine, right? You ain't got no real, you should be perfectly fine. If you ain't never been to one of these parties, why are you hiring an investigative team? That's my whole thing. And then on top of that, you run the social media to announce that you're trying to hire an investigative team for $100K. By all means, just tell us that you went to one of these freak offs, bro. That's all you gotta do. That's all you gotta do. You a fan? You a fan. It's okay. It's okay. Look, if Diddy's been diddling your pooter, bro, your brown pooter, pause. Hey, by all means, you might as well just come out, family. Because you already had some questionable behavior on Twitter. Well, a lot of questionable behavior on Twitter, but you came out talking about that you like Cooter Cat when your name was first mentioned, and you run red lights. Nobody really needs to know that, but you're trying to convince people that you're a fully heterosexual male over Twitter after your name drops in these documents. You looking kind of suspect right now. You looking real suspicious right now. And to be honest, nigga, you guilty. You're guilty in the court of public opinion as of right now, because there was no need for you to mention that. There was no need for you to bring up the fact that you're trying to hire a team to figure out in what context is your name being mentioned in these documents. You're trying to make it seem like, oh, it's for business and this, that, and the third. Nah, bro. Your freedom is business too. Your freedom is your business too. Not a lot of people going to associate with you if you behind bars over some freak off shit. So you trying to figure out to what degree is your name associated with these freak offs? Are you being mentioned as one of the people in cooperating in these freak offs, or are you just being mentioned in the form of maybe the form of narcotics? Sorry about that. Firearms, maybe. You know, but you run into Instagram, paint you as guilty. I'ma say that for sure. You run into Instagram talking about you hiring a team to investigate the situation makes you look guilty. So now people looking at you sideways trying to figure out what's your correlation with this goddamn case. You would have been better off not putting that shit on Twitter. And now you can't delete the shit because people got screenshots of the shit. So now you looking real suspect. Now you looking real freaky. You get where I'm going with this? They might have to throw your ass in the freak house too. Hey. The moral of the story is stay off of social media. If there's anything that could potentially incriminate you, regardless if it's the legal system or with somebody else or whatever the case may be, keep your ass off of social media. Stop oversharing. Stop oversharing, because that's exactly what social media has done. It has gave people the idea that they could share any and everything. Nah, certain things ain't meant to be shared. Not on social media, not to people in general. Certain things you just go to the grave with, brother. Certain things you do not put on social media. That's all I gotta say about that. Besides that, make sure you like, subscribe, and you share my content. This might be a YouTube exclusive, okay? I'm not sure yet, but catch y'all later.